Hello again, I am back. This is just a continuation of the last episode. Nothing has changed. The only thing you guys haven't seen, which I didn't even mention in the last episode, is I had one of my friends, CJ, come on. His base is pretty far away. He's a pretty decent builder as it is, so it doesn't matter too much. He isn't going to be super involved. I don't have anything to say right now, so I'll be back when I come up with something. Okay, so I've decided that I'm going to be building a new cow farm because I don't like this one. So what we're going to be doing is breaking this open and moving the cows over. So I'm going to open this and you grab one cow and then I'll like slurp the water out. Oh. Alright, voiceover tumors time. I pretty much just want to say that I've recognized some of the continuity errors in the last episode, and I also want to say that I probably will not be going back and fixing them. There's one part where I just forgot to cut a little bit out, and then another part where I was like, oh, I'm gonna build the castle next, and then I just didn't. I don't have the footage anymore anyways, and it would take a very long time for me to go back and fix it, so I'm just saying I recognize it, and I don't really care that much. And there's the cow grinder finished. I'll give you a little bit of a look around. Next up, I worked on this little housing area. It's not really fully finished yet, but here's the first area. It's kind of got an overlooking spot to the back. Maybe it could be like a manager's house, a guy that cleans up everything or something. And then there's another one on the other side, just a little bit smaller, but essentially the same thing. Here's a bit of the development of the back area. It's not super finished here either. I kind of wanted to have a open feeling to some of the areas, like people could move in if they wanted. It also helps me build a little faster. Over here, right nearby, I started doing pretty much the same thing. I was liking the design and layout of the big front building with the small houses in the back, so I kind of wanted to improve upon that and do a slightly different version. Essentially the same thing, so it fits the theme of my cobblestone district. That on the left there is a bathhouse. Got some toilets, the buckets for putting your scrubby, your butt wipes. This building is the community center. Downstairs there's the dining room and a kitchen for cooking and stuff. Upstairs are some more rooms. One of them isn't finished. I just kind of didn't really want to furnish this one. I put a lot of effort into this other one. I was trying to imagine that it was like Anna's room and she owns this little compound. The people in the back are her personal servants. So naturally she has to have good living quarters. Down here, some more houses. I wanted to kind of keep a small medieval feeling to it. I know it's not perfect, but it's still better than my first house design. There's kind of an alleyway that formed when I was building, and it takes you right back to this other area. Which also brings you around right out to the main town. This one is a grocery store. I was just trying to come up with ideas. To add a little bit of detail, I decided to put a freezer downstairs. It's not totally done, but the idea gets across pretty well, I feel like. There's also a secondary upstairs area to the Anna's Banana Factory Community Center. You can see everything. It's probably not super great that it overlooks the bathhouse, but you know, it is what it is. Also, when I was off building, lightning struck one of my wooden roofs and lit it all on fire. So here I am just rebuilding all that. After spending way too long repairing that roof, I decided to think about decorating for Halloween because it's about to be Halloween for me right now. From that point, I realized I don't have any pumpkins in So I took a little trip over to Skooskville. And sadly it turned out there were only 4 pumpkins. So I grabbed them and took them back. And I really want to emphasize how long this journey is, especially on the railway. Definitely a lot quicker than walking, but definitely still a long ride. So once I brought them back, I decided to make a little garden for the pumpkins, just so I can have an extra little spot for them to grow nearby. And then it turned out that they only grow in autumn. So from that point, I decided to go ahead and I planted them, but I wanted to do something a little bit better. And now begins work on the path directly to Skooskville from I know there's that road on the outside, but that's more of a arterial road. I'm not really sure what the term is, but it's a lot more major and you have to do more to get there. And I don't really have a small path that just kind of happens to lead to Skooskville, so it's going to be nice having that. I took a little trip back to grab some hay for hay bales for decoration. Decided to drop some off on the outskirts of Skooskville. Now I'm just digging holes in the ground for water. Same deal as the wheat farm. And now it's time to start working on the pumpkin patch. I'll see you when that's done. And while the pumpkins were growing, I decided to start working on a new house. For this one, I wanted to go for this little cottage design. Took me a bit of trial and error to figure out what I wanted to do, but I eventually got it. I ended up moving the chickens over there as well, giving it a big property with a large fence around it. Takes up a lot of space, which is also what I was going for, and helps it blend in with the rest of the environment a bit better. Still need to do something about the original starter house, but I don't really want to mess with that right now, to be honest. And now for the graveyard. I went ahead and built this off camera. It was a lot of me just kind of walking around and placing and destroying blocks over and over, so it wouldn't have been really very entertaining to watch anyways. I have no idea why I didn't record this at night, but just imagine that it's dark. Hello everybody, I am back again. It's been a couple days and I want to start up a little new project while the pumpkins are growing. I'm on the back side of Scoos Castle right now. For the most part, I just want to build a bridge across here, maybe clear up this area a little bit, build a path across. I feel like it would be cool to have a little under area down here. Maybe some houses. Maybe I'll leave it as a path. I'm not too sure yet, but we'll see what happens, we'll see. Okay, that was pretty quick and easy. This was definitely one of my easier builds. The top still needs some texture, but the sides and interior are looking pretty good. I'm satisfied with it, and I think I'm going to end the episode here. There's nothing else I can really think of doing. I could decorate the town, but that's going to take another 5-10 minutes to do, and that's a little bit too much for this video, so I'm just going to end it off here. See you later.